Good afternoon. Did you know that your eye contact can influence a baby's smiles as early as 3 months old? Eye contact translates differently in different cultures. In the West, it projects trust and confidence and better communication. So I want to use my notes today and just present you CorNeat Vision. CorNeat Vision started 7 years ago as an artificial cornea company. Our mission was to enable corneally blind patients to completely rehabilitate and enjoy their vision potential. The core material technology that enabled us to create this solution was serendipitously discovered by my co-founder, Dr. Gilad Litvin, as he was searching for ways to integrate synthetic optics with resident ocular tissue. This core material technology presents a multi-billion-dollar opportunity. Today, we have 3 ophthalmic products that are based on this material technology. Here in the center are artificial cornea, which I will focus on this session. We have a second product called CorNeat Everpatch, which is a piece of this material that displaces tissue in ocular surface surgery. This product was recently approved in the United States, and we've just launched it to 30 different ophthalmic centers here in the country, supplying over 120 devices in the last 3 months. We also have our own glaucoma drainage device that is entering first-in-human studies this year. But I will focus today on the artificial cornea solution. The cornea is the front window of our eyes. Together with the lens, it focuses light on the retina, creating an image in our minds. The cornea needs to be transparent and spherical for us to be able to see. When your cornea is damaged, this is how your worlds look like. There are over 20 different indications that damage the cornea's surface. These can be injuries, burns, genetical issues, and more. Around the world, the problem varies differently. There is an acute shortage of corneas all over the world. In the United States, the people that remain blind are those who failed transplantations or are not indicated for the surgery due to medical indications. There are about 2 million cases of corneal blindness around the world, and only 150,000, a tiny fraction, is treated with donor tissue. The challenge is global. Standard of care is comprised of donor tissue transplantations. There are 3 types of surgeries: penetrating keratoplasty, and today physicians can only replace the outer or inner layers of the cornea to address some specific challenges. The main challenge, besides shortage of tissue, is the anatomical success rates. Success rate is at around 70 to 80%, meaning that the tissue will remain transparent. But the functional success rate is like 50-50. Half of the patients will suffer from very high astigmatism, so 4 or 5 diopters, and would not really be seeing well. The surgery requires a lot of training. The rehabilitation is slow and painful. And the reliance on donor tissue and eye banking creates a global challenge. For every donor tissue that is implanted, there are 70 that are needed. All previous attempts to develop an artificial solution, a lens that will replace the cornea, failed miserably. The only solution practically in the market is the Boston K-Pro, which was invented in the 70s, approved in the 90s, and it's riddled with complications. This device was originally developed to address secondary indications where you know in advance that the cornea will not remain transparent. We at CorNeat approach this problem from a different angle. Unlike keratoplasty or the Boston K-Pro, which attempt integration with a cornea tissue, a transparent tissue that lacks blood vessels and heals very poorly, we integrate our device under the conjunctiva, an area that is rich with blood vessels and fibroblasts and heals vigorously. We do it by leveraging our core material platform technology, recently branded the Evermatrix. The Evermatrix is the only non-degradable material solutions that integrates with living tissue for life. We've proven it integrates with both soft tissue as well as with bone tissue. Here you can see histological evidence demonstrating gradual colonization of fibroblasts within the material there are also blood vessels that are coursing their way through the material, rendering it an integral part of the tissue. It does not get encapsulated and gets filled with native collagen over time. And while we originally developed it for biomechanical integration, this material can also be used for many other indications. Our device is superior to tissue in many aspects. The optics, the fact that it cannot carry disease, the surgical procedure, all creates a significant advantages over tissue. The rehabilitation is immediate. Once the bandages are removed and our lens is in situ, the patient can regain his sight. And what's more important is the surgical procedure. The device can be implanted in under 45 minutes, and training of an ophthalmologist can take just a few hours. Here you can see the implantation procedure and the way that the device is fitted into a trephined cornea. Once this is done, all the surgeon needs to do is to cover the skirt material with the conjunctiva and let the biology do the integration. Here you can see the skirt interlaid between the layers of the eye wall, and there is no encapsulation and full integration. This practically becomes part of the eye. We recently completed a first-in-human study implanting the device in 10 patients. Some hadn't seen in decades. Our first patient is now, we have 3 patients that are over 2 years post-op and are still independent. We just started a second trial aimed at 40 new patients toward 510(k) clearance and CE marking. The device was slightly improved, the surgical procedure was perfected, and we just did our first implantation last week, and the patient that hadn't seen for 20 years is now seeing 20/20. We have a very busy plan approving our 3 devices globally in the next 3 years. We recently vertically integrated production and also hired 20 reps to sell our devices into the market. We have already partnered with over 12 distributors around the world. There are additional upside opportunity for our core material technology as we are pursuing licenses and joint developments with other companies. In the next 2 years, we will be starting to sell our devices into the market, but the inflection point is expected in 2026. All our devices have a 510(k) path to market, and the prices and reimbursement are in place. We currently have a $5 million round open, of which $3 million were already raised. So we're looking to raise additional $2 million that will extend our runway to mid-2025. We are planning to open a round A early next year to fund our entry to market. We have a very talented and disciplined management team, which will be expanded in the next couple of years, and a very dedicated set of key opinion leaders that work closely with us on making sure that our devices enter the market and generate their impact. Thank you.